Hello there. Welcome back to my series on building your own TPT store. In today's video, I'm actually going to go through the evolution I had in terms of my product, my individual product display pages, how I started off like everyone does, really basic, and then progressed through to actually hopefully producing a page that's more effective, particularly around SEO and getting obviously likes once people actually click on it. I'll touch on a few different points as I go through. I'll look at my cover page, the information I include within the page, and how that changed over time. Let's get into it. So this is one of my first designs that I created just over a year ago. This is before I guess really hopped on YouTube and started getting advice and reading through information, joining things like Facebook groups to actually improve how I present my products in my store. It's fairly basic, simple title. I use Australian history that categorizes start all my points with that. So if I go back to my store on here, where I start medieval Europe, medieval history, Atlantic slave trade, and so industrial revolution. So it helps obviously the SEO find the correct store. This particular one, I didn't create a separate cover page. I didn't know how to do it. I hadn't actually learned the process. And what we're going to focus on is really how that's actually changed over time. So this is just a thumbnail of the actual product I put up there, PDF, and the age group that's actually aimed for. This is pretty much the Australian context. The description is really short, not much detail on there. So I have updated this slightly since there. I've added things like no printable prescription activity, get some of those keywords in there. But essentially that is it. I've sold a couple of these, but they're not really big sellers. In isolation itself, it's not really a good product, to be honest. People can use and buy it. It's very straightforward, but at the same time, it doesn't integrate. It needs to integrate with an existing program. So it really needs to be part of a bundle. From there, I progressed to same format, creating cover pages. So I've settled on this format. It is different to anyone else I see on there. And I state at the top here what sort of resource it is and what the topic it does. So this is now consistent. If you look at my page, so it's guided reading, there's a mapping activity, that's a sorting activity, and so on. So that allows it be hopefully very clear to the person, this is this sort of activity and this is a topic or the content area it actually covers. I wanted the colors yellow and there's a slightly reddish orange on there, light red. Basically, I think it stands out when you do a search. If I do this particular product, I find if it's in the searches, they'll stand out. I'm the only one who does these sort of products, but I think it'll stand out when people do searches on there. So if I do the creator track, I don't know where I'll rank within that. Am I searching everywhere else within my store? So if you compare it to something like that, or like that, if I just zoom out a bit, see these different products. So there's a cover page there. Hopefully my products will actually stand out a little bit more just using the color combination on there. So that's the thought process behind that particular one. The other thing I changed, instead of trying to do individual covers, which was taking me a long time because I've got like over 900 products. For all there, I'll produce them very quickly. I've gone for a standard template, and I'll do another video how I can produce a whole product line very quickly. The big change that we've got in here is I've actually got a photo of the object. So I was doing lots of reading that photos of your products actually gives you better responses. I've moved away from that for one reason, my photos aren't very good. And I had no prep lesson in there, which I didn't have on this one. So it highlights the buyer that they don't need to produce anything else or do anything else. When they buy this product, they can use it straight away. Photo in there. I also started adding better previews, and I added a standard preview file. So these are actually generic. I build these in Canva. This is on source usefulness, and it goes through all the different features of what the actual product offers to the buyer and advantages on it. So it's a nice little summary on there. So why this one covers William, the actual product itself doesn't actually change at all. I just outline what it includes in there. And so it's a lot more detail and a lot more explanation than what I've seen in other sites. So I have lots and lots of individual ones for product lines. So I don't customize it really to per individual product. So I made sure I actually had previews on there. And this is when I started doing how much information I started enlarging on that and writing some more. I use a template to do that. So similar product lines, I copy and paste and just change the details of each of the products. And I came to realize that this paragraph here is the most important in terms of SEO, grabbing those words and showing up, particularly the first, I think, 280 characters. It's about there. So I'll make sure I have things like, obviously, source, usefulness, no prep activity, effective, critical thinking, all the keywords that I want people searching for. I've got a link out here to my blog that gives a bit more detail of this particular product design. When that loads up, I'll come back to it. And what the resource does. I ask people to follow my store. So you see this, do follow my store, please. That'd be fantastic. And links to like-minded products. So this is what I had for, I guess, the middle part, about 3-4 months in, for quite a while. Outlined here. And like I said, from there, so here, I've got my blog, explains what this source is. I'm hopefully using it to drive traffic to my products. Okay. So this is another one here where I've got no product. It's an in between. I haven't updated it. I haven't put a preview on this particular one yet, the gallery walks. I haven't made one and uploaded it. So that's a job that I need to do, part of the summer work. And like I said, my photos, they seem to help, but I don't think they look that good compared to the digital ones. It's got nice, it's in a bundle. Again, looking for keywords like activity worksheets, gallery walk, or stations, because the US market uses stations, what's included, and a little basic summary. Since then, I've been updating a lot of my stores. If we move to one of my current products here. So once again, Medieval Europe, same format. And what I do now is, these are all generic, so I change the title and the topic. All my medieval units have these graphics because I think they look nice. And what I do now is I put my preview window on the actual item itself. I could probably make it bigger, but I feel this gets a bit of attention. I've got better previews, what a product is, and same with the other one. I have a generic preview for my Tetris revision activity. Fun if you ever do it, just need some dice and students can compete against each other to finish it off. What sort of changed here is it's a lot more specific and targeted, no prep in here. I make sure I've got those keywords in there. Explanation. I then started for my Australian market, Australian curriculum points. So if they do search on that, they can then pull those up. And I've got a lot more detail. So I've got subscribe here. I'm trying to build my mailing list, where here you get a free copy of my ebook, ChatGPT for History Teachers, good introduction to using OpenAI to build resources. I've got people can request and actually contact me if they've got any questions or that's something I'd like to do. And I've got a link to lots of different products on here. This isn't my full one, but this is links to all of my different categories. I've got to newsletter, things on my Instagram, and store link as well. So this tends to be the more format I use now. This is a fairly new product I only put up the other day, getting through. Obviously, I make sure I hit the different standards where relevant and the different activities on there. One area I'm working on at the moment is actually adding video. So video, I think, is very important. I've created one here, which I did. It's a fairly old one. I'm developing some new ones for different products. But the ability to put video in there is actually what's missing from my stores at the moment. People using the products, because I'm really not allowed to film students doing it. I pretty much got to fill them out myself, but this demonstrates my particular product. So that's essentially what we're looking at now within my product range. It's been successful in terms of sales. I tend to have a really good conversion rate, usually around about 15%. So that seems to work very well. So hopefully if you found this helpful, and it gives you a bit of an idea of what you can actually do in terms of product design. Till next time.